Matthew 24, verse 3 to 14. The beginning of sorrows and the proclamation of the kingdom. Matthew records that as Jesus sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came privately and asked, "Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the age?" Matt 24, 3. Their question arose from the Lord's declaration that not one stone of the temple would remain upon another. The disciples therefore connected the destruction of the temple with the consummation of the covenantal age on that temple system. Jesus answered by describing conditions that would characterize the years leading up to that climactic judgment upon Jerusalem and the closing of the Old Covenant order. He first warned them concerning deception. "Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, 'I am Christ,' and shall deceive many." Matt 24, 4-5. In the decades following his ascension, numerous false claimants arose within Israel. The period before Jerusalem's fall was filled with messianic pretenders and prophetic agitators who stirred unrest among the people. These figures attempted to draw disciples after themselves, presenting themselves as deliverers for Israel. Jesus then spoke of wars, rumors of wars, and international unrest. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Matt 24, verse 7. These events were not signs of the immediate end, but the beginning of birth pains, indications that the Old Covenant world was approaching its appointed conclusion. Historical records from the first century confirm widespread political upheaval, regional conflicts, and natural calamities during this time. He continued by describing the suffering of his followers. "Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake." Matt 24, 9. The early community of believers experienced intense persecution both from Jewish authorities and from Roman power. This hostility arose because the message of the risen Messiah challenged the authority structures of the existing religious order. During this period, many would stumble. "Then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another." Matt 24, verse 10. The pressures of persecution and social division caused fractures within Israel and among those who heard the message of Christ. False prophets also arose and deceived many, further illustrating the turmoil of that transitional era. Jesus explained that because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Matt 24, verse 12. The moral and spiritual climate surrounding the final decades of the temple system was marked by corruption, violence, and religious hypocrisy. The historian Josephus describes a society filled with internal strife, political intrigue, and escalating brutality within Jerusalem itself. Yet amid these conditions, the Lord declared that the message of the kingdom would advance. "He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." Matt 24, 13. The endurance in view concerned the preservation of believers through that period of upheaval until the promised deliverance associated with the passing of the Old Covenant order. Jesus concluded this portion of the discourse with a remarkable statement. "And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." Matt 24, 14. The world spoken of here refers to the known Roman world of that time. The apostolic writings testify that this proclamation spread rapidly throughout the empire. Paul declared that the gospel had been preached to every creature which is under heaven, Col 1:23, and that the faith of believers had been spoken of throughout the whole world, Rom 1:8. The message proclaimed was the good news that the work of redemption had been accomplished through the death and resurrection of Christ. Through his finished work, the righteousness of God was revealed apart from the law, and reconciliation with God was secured through faith in him. Thus, in this passage, Jesus described the conditions that would precede the close of the temple-centered age: deception, turmoil, persecution, and worldwide proclamation of the kingdom message. These events unfolded within the generation to whom he spoke, culminating in the judgment upon Jerusalem and the full manifestation of the new covenant reality established through his completed work.